Right, we're back again as per, so excuse me, on the last video. We're back with an update, or update one on the Tiger, Italy Tiger, from the picture that I'm working off. And I've had a lot of help from a certain Mr. Coyne who lives in Canada. I shall leave a link to his YouTube channel. I've had considerable asking questions, and he's given me the answers and really knowledgeable on his subject, and it's nice so I can learn as well myself as we go along. Right, let's just push this away to the back at the moment, and we'll do what we've got done so far. Kit simple, nice kit, easy to make, no problems at all. I can really, and the fit superb. As you can see, we've got the all the wheels all ready for priming. I know some of these are doubled, but I don't like putting them together because you can't get the airbrush into the back of them, even though you're not going to see them. But I still don't like it. I prefer the painting and then just scrape out a little bit off the hub and it'll go together no problem at all. So they're all ready to be primed, and as you can see, I've labelled them all, wheels go where, which I didn't do when the very first Tiger built the old to me one years and years ago, and it took me ages to work out where things went. Right, so we got in here a new torque here which I'm probably going to use. In here we've got all the Pioneer tools and the photo etch vision blocks for the Cooper. Different, so I made them. I bought these the PE sets to fit the Tamiya one, but most of it fits here anyhow, so it's not a problem. In there, so we've got the hatches, where's my little tweezers. I've added some little bits and pieces to it. I've added the weld seams around the view and ports covers, the periscope covers. I've added the weld seams along both sides on there. I've even done the inside of it, but I think the hatches are going to be a little closed down anyhow for what I need. I've done it on there. What else we got? Jack block. That was fairly straightforward to build. We're having the PE taken off the original plastic and just adding the PE again. Straightforward, no problems at all. Added a bit more wood texture to it just to bring it out a bit more. On there with my blade. That's in there. We've got Pioneer tools in there, and that's about it really in there. I've got the mat for the machine gun, even though there's no machine gun on the top of it, but the part is still there on the picture or I'm viewing. I think this part here is sort of bent slightly as well, so I'll see if I can just warm it up a little bit and just slightly bend it more straight. It looks like that's on the picture anyhow. Yeah, so that's all the bits and bobs in that one. I'll leave it to the side. I've got some key. I found some tow ropes from, oh God, I must have had these for a long time. So we're going to sort of incorporate those somewhere along the line. The brass ones are not using the plastic ones. What's in there? Just brass cuttings off that one. Nothing in that one. In this one, I've been using bits and pieces of different. Oh, you bugger! Put that back. Shouldn't have done that. There. Ain't falling out before we go any farther with that. I've been lucky. Yeah, just the cotton bud. I can stay there for now. Yeah, so we've gone here. We've been using this stuff as well. I've got some copper foil. So I've been doing bits and pieces, little bits and pieces with that. On here. Again, I've done both of these exhaust shrouds, but then again, is the two on the back, one on the back, none on the back, but I've done them anyhow. And I've added, there is little imitation bolts that look like bolts on the actual, sorry you can't see them on here, but what I've done is I've just used the Meng bolts and just added that little bit of extra detail on the back of them. So you can see that actually are bolts. Done them on both. We've got that cast texture on the bottom for the bottom of the exhausts that you're not going to see unless you don't have the shrouds on. Again, nice and simple. It was a nice simple build, it really was. Excuse me again. And again, we've got these sanded down, but these will be obviously textured and rusted or whatever and on there, so it's no way to give it no problem at all. Just put them together, clamp them together, let them dry, and just sanding them. So very straightforward again. So that's what's in there. And then we've done all the fenders, PE fenders, with all the brackets inside as well, so all of them are there. I don't know how many I'm going to use. I'll use some. My little grandson awake. Sounds like it. Let's pop these back. In there. And that goes on there. And these are, if you can see, all these little hatches and clasps and everything I've done in there. Right? Just a sec, I'll pause it while I go and see what he's doing. Right, sorry about that. This little man's waking up, he's had his afternoon nap. Well, I'd done spent all afternoon doing all these yesterday, all the clasps for the Pioneer tools and the bits and bobs in there. So I'll be all added. Hopefully I'm going to leave some of the, again I haven't got a picture of the actual vehicle apart from the front. I may leave some of the Pioneer tools off. We'll see how we go. I'll just pop all this back and we'll get to the main part. Excuse me, the bloody cold's coming back. Just can't seem to shake it. I think a lot of people are having the same sort of problem with this bloody, well, it's not chest infections more than flu, but it's bloody annoying. Oh, it's liver till after. Right, so let's have a look what we've done here. The turret is 99% finished. This isn't glued together here. But again, I've added the weld seams round the arch there. I did the PE parts again, and you can see again I did the weld seams around the periscope covers again, and I thought there were plenty missing on there, so I did it around the barrel as well. And I've got the PE part on there. I sort of modified this slightly from the pictures that Mike sent me, so I started that a little bit more like what was on the picture. And again, I'll tell you what, the Zimmerit works perfectly because you're using it to me thin, and it's perfect, it really is. So I haven't done any damage on there yet. I might just do a few little chips on there. I could have done it beforehand, but I'm unsure if there's going to be any chipping on there yet. But again, we've got all the little clasps and that on the back of the turret basket, and the little clasps on there for the hatch, for the lid. Excuse me. Right, and then the main part, I've got the lower hull. I've done some damage on the PE side there, just some little chips and bangs and prangs. I've got all the PE vents on there, griddles, and I've got a PE thing for the fire extinguisher. I've got the guards on. This one's going to be bent and crushed because it's where it's lying, or it's being pushed by a bulldozer off the road, so it'll be all crushed and bent. And on the front I've just done the same again. From the picture, all I can see is there's one off and the other one's going to be crumpled and bent up, and I've added the weld seam along the front there where the Zimmerit is chipped, so there was no weld seam there, so obviously because it's two separate parts, so I did a bit of a weld seam there. There's no cover on the light, so I've done that, and I've added a couple of wires. If you can see in there, there's a couple of loose wires in there. This is all movable as normal, the ball mount. Like I said, the fit was perfect from low hull to bottom, nothing, no problems at all. Really nice fitting vehicle. A chip like that on the front from the picture I'm working from. There's little chips underneath there, and obviously what I can see, I think it's just chipped along the front of here and just by the driver's position there on that side. Just a couple of little marks there. And because I wanted it suspension workable, because the way it's lying on its side, the suspension's got to be up or down with the track hanging off, if you know what I mean. So all I've done with the tracks, with these, I made them all workable. these are all workable now. Every single one, I made them all workable. Now I just copied other people's things. I haven't done nothing any different to anybody else. These are all, you know, up and down, and all I've done, for some reason there's a spare one in the kit. I just used a bit of, drilled the actual arm out, added the piece of brass wire, copper wire, whatever it is, and took the nubs off the back. There's some little nubs on the back that you take off to make it workable. So I've nipped all them off. I've just stuck some masking tape over them. So once it's in position, you're not going to see all that in here. I'll probably spray that inside black if I have it up. There's no hatches open, so I don't have to even worry about that. Yeah, so they're all workable now. If you know what I mean, when it's on its side, like so, and it's sort of lying like that, and these are going to be either pulled down, aren't they, with the weight of the tracks. So that's why I made them workable. And obviously, did I show you? No, I haven't showed you the tracks, have I? I'll put that back over there for now. I'll show you the tracks. So yeah, fit was, you know, astounding. It really was a bloody good fit for the hull, and the low hull and the top hull. It really was. So just got to finish these off. The classroom that on there. Where's the? What's coming off here? What's coming off here? Floor for now. Yeah, tracks. I showed you. I don't know if I showed you when I did the introduction. I can't remember. I probably did, but I'll show you anyhow. I'll show you. These are beautiful tracks. Can't remember the company. They came from China. Anyhow, so, and they've actually got the brass pins in them as well. I think I did show you. I really can't remember. Yeah, really nice, easy to put together. Easy to put together. One track's going to be off because obviously when it's been pushed, they've either taken my track off or it's snapped off when it's been pushed off the road. So I'm going to have to work out how I want to position that, but yeah, really nicely. So I'll be burnishing those and go from there. It's going to be more like an arid ground, I would think, in Italy in the summer. So it'll be more like dust and mud. Maybe a little bit of mud, I suppose, but mainly dust. So that's it. I think that's where we are at the moment with this. So I'm going to add some clasps today. Some finish off bending the last of a PE to add, and we can go from there. Not far from being priming, not far from being in its priming stage. So I may prime it and then jump onto the lorry, you know, the Tamiya lorry I showed you, the 6x6 cargo truck, 2.5 tonner. I've never built one before, so that'll be interesting for me to build. But yeah, so that's where we are. So again, I'd like to thank all my subscribers, new and old, for viewing, popping over. And I say, once I get to another stage with it, I might even do, when I come to the camouflage, I may even do, not live, but you know, I might record it when I'm painting it. We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. Once I get this. Keep putting off this other camera until I can work out how to do all the, you know, the angles and all that kind of stuff. I'm just born idle at times and can't be bothered. Right, so talking and waffle now. So this is Greg signing off, and we shall catch you very soon with another update on the Tiger when it's ready. So we'll see you soon.